Look, folks, okay? Joe Biden's brain is melting literally as we speak. As we speak right now, Joe Biden's brain is literally melting, okay? It's turning into goop. He has been consistently showing massive mental deterioration, far beyond the amount that, is acceptable for a president of the United States of America. The president of the United States of America should have peak mental performance. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? And we've seen multiple gaffes, okay? These aren't gaffes or mental deterioration. For example, he said he believes in truth over facts. He also, when he was referencing the former UK Prime Minister, Theresa May, he actually called her Margaret Thatcher not once but twice. And the first time, he actually went on to just continue talking about Angela Merkel, who's, the Prime Minister of Germany. I don't know if it's Prime Minister or President or whatever, but, top position, or Chancellor is what it is, sorry, of Germany. And just went past it because he couldn't remember her name. But seriously, bro, Margaret Thatcher, he mentioned her name instead of hers. He called her Margaret fucking Thatcher. She was like, I think she was the Prime Minister of the UK in the 80s, bruh. In the fucking 80s. We're in 2019 now. Okay, and that's the person he's referencing. He got the cities of where the mass shootings happened incorrectly, just like Donald Trump did, by the way. And these really, sort of go on, and they really, poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Literally endless, okay? Mental deterioration going down here. And basically, I did a story on, a story that was, there's a report that his allies wanted him to, kind of do less campaigning, which I found to be really scary because that tells me, oh, you actually want to hide the mental deterioration of your candidate. You're a scammer, you're a fraud, you're a liar, and you are a piece of shit. Okay, and I was pretty pissed about that story. I was pretty scared, honestly. Now we got another one. Okay, so as you guys know, both Robert F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. were assassinated in 1968. Joe Biden has some other thoughts.
Just like in my generation, when I got out of school, that when Bobby Kennedy and Dr. King had been assassinated in the 70s, late 70s, when I got engaged.
You hear that? What did he say?
When Bobby Kennedy and Dr. King had been assassinated in the 70s, late 70s, when I got engaged.
He even does like a weird pause there, like his brain just has like a big aneurysm.
In the 70s, late 70s, when I got.
You hear that? It was like he just like sort of like, I don't know if a fucking neuron just exploded in his head or something like that. I don't know what just happened there, but he says right here that Robert F. Kennedy and MLK were assassinated in the late 70s when they were both assassinated in 1968. So we've got another gaffe here that shows again his sort of his fuck up. And people who lived through that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna remember that year just like they do 9/11, because those were both very fucking significant things that happened within the same year. And so the same way that, you'd never forget what year 9/11 was, 2001, obviously, you're not going to forget that shit, okay? It's imprinted and fucking, tattooed on your head, basically, Same way for them. MLK and King. Dr. King and, Robert F. Kennedy both being assassinated the same year, you're not going to forget it's 68. And not only that, he's off by a factor of like 10 years. He's pretty much off by a whole decade. And, I'd be down to give him a pass if we didn't have a recent history, and a massive one at that, of gaffes. I'd be down to give him a pass. But the recent history shows, and these will continue to pop up as his campaign continues, he clearly has mental deterioration. And if you see this and you're still voting for him, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm genuinely worried. I don't want this guy to be in charge of the nuclear codes. I don't want this guy to be the one to, we have to put our hope in to finally fucking stop putting kids in cages. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put any sort of hope in this guy or any sort of trust. This guy can't even remember, like, what, his kids' names are and shit. Like, really? And, bro, we're talking about a guy who has the same mental capacity as Donald, Oranges of the, of the investigation. Try remember when he couldn't say origins, he kept saying oranges. It's like, what is wrong with you? What the hell is going on? He also, just like Joe, he got the cities wrong of where the fucking mass shootings happened too. This is insanity. Our politics are run by mentally rotted, melted brain, geezer, old fuckers, man. This is insane. Our country is being run by people who can't even, get the cities of incredibly significant mass shootings right. What is going on, man? Old people really need to be barred from politics because this stuff is really scary, man. This guy's got dementia, okay? He's definitely got some sort of mental deterioration. It's very fucking clear right in front of your eyes. Same thing with Donald Trump. It's very, very obvious stuff going down here, okay? And we need to institute some serious stuff about those old geezers in our politics because this is a massive problem, dude. This is a huge, huge problem. This really is a big problem. I'm really worried.